Welcome to the Bay Area Business Podcast with Joseph Blackman. Twice a week, we highlight the people behind the businesses in the San Francisco Bay Area. Take your next step to success while being inspired by the journeys of others. Be great, be unforgettable, and be you. Put a big smile on your face as we begin the show. In 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm here with Julie Wiggins, and she is the owner, CEO, Presidente of Chaotic Cancellation. Julie, how did you get that name?
I took everything I knew how to do, which was IT and website design and construction administration and accounting and bookkeeping, and put it into one company to come in and cancel out the chaos.
Okay.
But a friend of mine in Paris came up with the name.
In Paris?
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody has a hard time spelling the name because it's got proper English, cancellation.
Yeah.
Cancellation in American English has only one L.
Oh, it does, yeah. But yours has two L's.
Mine has two L's because in Paris, proper English has two L's.
Okay. And go ahead and explain more about what you do and how you add value.
So I used to do IT work and website design and a lot of other things, all into this one company, but I've pretty much narrowed it down to just doing accounting. I've dropped my IT business. So I just do accounting, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll. Okay.
So you're the accountant, and I hear that you're with the chamber, and you do their books as well.
I only do their payroll.
You only do the payroll. Okay. So you have payroll services as well?
I do payroll services as well.
Okay. Payroll's huge with small businesses.
It is. It's a lot of people don't want to do it themselves. They don't understand when the filing is due. They don't want to have to deal with paying their taxes. They don't understand it.
Yeah.
Payroll in QuickBooks is horrible.
QuickBooks is tough. Yeah, I've noticed that myself.
If you're not a bookkeeper, you don't have that background. QuickBooks isn't out of the box.
Yeah.
It requires a bookkeeper or somebody that understands functions.
Yeah.
And payroll inside it doesn't. It's complicated.
Uh-huh.
It can be.
Yeah. With the payroll taxes and taking all the money out and
when the forms are due and all the little pieces. So, I cater more to the small business, anyways.
Okay.
So I do their small business payroll.
Yeah.
I think the most, I have a client that is like 25 people, and that's my max. That's too many.
Is that a lot?
That's a lot to do.
Okay.
I like the clients that want direct deposit too. Ones that need their checks delivered.
Yeah.
I've been running around all over the place because that's only me.
So you deliver the checks?
I will if it's okay, once a month.
Yeah.
But I would prefer direct deposit.
Direct deposit?
It's easier.
Comes straight out of the accountant to the
It's easier for the the business owner too.
Yeah.
Because it comes out that day, and they don't have to worry about people cashing the checks whenever.
Yeah, cash flow. Yeah, cash flow. I realized that. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been in business for, I think, 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
10 good years, right?
10 good years.
Okay.
It fluctuates, but yeah.
Yeah. So tax season, give us an insight about that. Is it just a huge rush to where you don't get any sleep, or?
Yeah, for about the month of April, you just don't get any sleep up to like 4/15. Corporate taxes are actually due March 15th. So you get that no sleep between 3:15 and 4:15.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just a mad rush.
Yeah.
I usually file extensions for most people.
Wow.
Because I can't get everybody done. There's just no way. I need to sleep too.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. If you can't get it done in time, do an extension. And you said the extension date is in October?
The final deadline is in October.
Okay.
October 15th.
Yeah. Nice.
So a lot of accountants file the extension. A lot of CPA firms file extensions and then disappear for like May, June.
Yeah.
And then come back and do them.
Yeah. Okay. So, growing the business, what is the story of a failure? Something that happened that kind of set you back a little bit, but it made you a success today.
I used to work in .com.
Okay.
So I worked in .com and I was a network IT manager for 10 years. And then I lost my job when it all fell apart.
Was that 08, 09? Or?
Yeah, 08, 09.
Yeah.
And then I went and worked for a international company as an accountant.
Okay.
For about a year.
Uh-huh.
And that fell apart. That was right after the .com.
Yeah.
So I was unemployed.
Yeah.
I lived off my savings, went through all my unemployment, and I took a job for a lot lower than I was worth.
You felt
But that started out my business. I told them I was looking for another job and that I wasn't going to stay there forever at that low wage. I was really upfront that this was a temporary position. They're like, well, why don't you start your own business? We got friends. So they started referring me to friends.
Nice.
And a lot of their friends had businesses and small businesses, and they referred me to other people. And it's pretty much been word of mouth.
Yeah. Word of mouth is huge for our small businesses. Yeah.
So instead of leaving them, I stayed with them. I still work for them.
Okay.
They're just one of my clients now, but I still work for them.
But you 1099 them instead of W-2, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm still 1099.
Yeah.
So it kind of like, all those the .com, the failure of the other international company, all those things kind of led to me starting my own business.
Hey, that's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah.
They forced you out, and now you're doing
really.
better.
But when at the point I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
But it kind of led to me meeting new people, and growing my business. And at first when I started out, I was doing people's computer work and their website design and office administration, and I would go to site everywhere. Now I don't go to people's locations.
You work from home?
I work from home.
Beautiful.
And it's all pretty much online now.
Yeah. So, that helps. You don't have to
I do go
work.
to that one client still.
Yeah.
Still see them twice a month.
Okay. Okay, so there's a pretty decent amount of accountants, CPAs out there. Do you watch what they do, or do you just kind of go your own way?
I watch what they do.
Yeah.
Like my CPA, I don't do my own tax return. I have a CPA, and we have a lot of mutual clients.
So a CPA has a CPA?
Yeah.
Okay, is that common in the industry?
I'm not a CPA yet.
Oh, okay. So but you do accounting?
I do accounting.
Yeah. I
have all the education that a CPA does. I just haven't got my CPA license.
Okay.
The test.
Yeah.
It's kind of a boring test to take, actually.
Yeah.
But, I talk to him about what he does, ask what his rates are.
Yeah.
I charge lower than he does. I've checked what the CPAs around me charge.
Yeah.
And part of my business philosophy is I was going to undercut all my competition.
Yeah.
A little bit. So I charge a little bit less than a lot of people out there.
Okay.
Because I think a small business should, small businesses can't afford a CPA and an accountant and a bookkeeper and all the stuff related to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have cash flow issues.
Yeah.
Or, watching the bottom line. So I try not to, charge extremely high rates.
You don't want to hurt them to where they...
I don't want to hurt them.
Where they can't use you even though they need you.
Yeah. So I look at my competition a little bit.
Okay.
I kind of every once in a while check somebody's website to see what they're offering versus what I'm offering.
Yeah. Good stuff. How do you compete with the H&R Blocks and those types of firms?
Well, I do a lot of people's accounting, so I do their accounting up through, the whole year.
Yeah, H&R
And
Block
then I do their
taxes.
tax returns. I've seen some tax returns from H&R Block, and I wouldn't recommend them.
Yeah, I've used them in the past, and it didn't quite work out how I envisioned it.
Well, you just basically bring them all your paperwork, and they're taking your word for it that this is all right, and they don't go digging into if something's wrong or if you bring them all your checking account statements.
Yeah.
They're going to take all the money that's deposited as income, which isn't necessarily your income.
Yeah.
They don't really dig into like a draw or you took money out as the owner.
Yeah.
They don't dig into all that. So I do the whole year's worth of accounting, and then I do the tax return.
Okay, that makes sense. So do you plan to grow, or what's your plan for growth for next year?
I do plan to grow. Might try to hire someone again.
Nice.
I'm not sure. The last couple of years I've hired different people, and it hasn't ever worked out for me.
Yeah. Hire somebody meaning they do some of the tasks you would like to delegate?
Yeah, some of the data entry tasks.
Data entry, yeah.
I've hired some bookkeepers in the past. It just hasn't really worked out. I work out of my house, too, so I think that's part of it.
Having a random person in your house?
I think having a random person in my house, I think it's just the house atmosphere. I guess people just... It doesn't really work.
Yeah. Okay. Would growth to you be getting more clients?
Possibly.
Yeah. You think you can handle more?
I think I can handle more. I've actually switched a lot of my accounting over to an online platform.
Okay.
Called Xero.com.
So it makes it simple for you.
It's completely online. It's really automatic. It's really nice. I've switched about 90% of my clients over to it.
Yeah.
So I think once I get everybody switched over, that I can take on more work.
Nice.
Just putting it in QuickBooks, so QuickBooks is cumbersome.
Yeah.
My construction clients, I probably wouldn't put into this online system, but they all do their stuff in-house.
Okay. Nice. So what do you do in your free time, in your personal time, to gain knowledge? Do you read on industry stuff, or is there like an industry magazine or books that you keep up with?
I do have a newsletter that comes into my email for the accountants. Occasionally I read that through.
Okay.
I don't have a whole lot of free time.
Yeah.
And you own your own business. You own your own business. You work 24/7.
Yeah, that's true.
I used to, when I started out, could never say no to anybody. And now I've started to the point where I need a day off.
Yeah. You gotta take some me time.
Yeah. So when I do read, honestly, it's not business related.
No.
I read for pleasure.
Yeah. Kind of space out, get away from the rigmarole business.
The other thing I read is, occasionally I read, things on Upworthy. Occasionally an accountant journal. I do continuing education every year.
Okay, yeah.
So I have to have 20 hours of continuing education to do tax returns. So I do that every year, and occasionally I'll read up on, health insurance reform.
Yeah.
Or, the new tax laws. I have to know those to do tax returns. So that's about the business end of stuff I read. But otherwise, I just, I read things that are interesting to me.
Yeah. You should. What do you do in the community to give back?
I have one client per year that's a freebie client.
Nice, a freebie client.
So I have one client, if it's a new startup and they're struggling, they do need an accountant, I'll help them out for 1 year for free.
Yeah.
Right now I have a long-time client that I absolutely love, and they're in LA, and they're really struggling with their business. So this year I told them they were freebie. They get my freebie client for the year. They've started so many businesses and have struggled with them. And so for 1 year they just get either a really discounted rate or they just get it for free.
Yeah. Nice. That makes sense. I mean, you're giving back and you're giving what you're good at. Giving them free paintings if you're not good at painting.
Last year I helped the Magic Curry Cart in San Francisco.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I helped him. I just gave him pretty much a 3 years worth of accounting.
Nice. I'm sure it paid off for him.
Yeah. Essentially it's been pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Do you like when you see growth with your clients, meaning that you do their accounting right, they get a better concept of their books, and you see them start to make better decisions with the money?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I have a client that, as much as I told them to stop using their debit card, stop spending the money, now that their books are straight, I think they can actually see it, where the money's going, why they're never making any money.
Yeah.
It's kind of clients I feel bad for, because I'm still billing them.
Yeah. I always wonder that.
I still have to bill them. They still need to pay me, but I feel bad that they just never have any money.
Yeah.
But, once they had a horrible bookkeeper for 3 years. She messed up their books so bad.
You had to clean it up?
Cleaned it all up, and cleaned it all up. Now I think they can actually start seeing where they're losing money or where they're making money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's powerful. You got to know where your money's going, I guess.
Yeah, you have to. if you're spending too much,
Yeah.
you need to see where can I cut money? Where am I buying too much stuff? Where's all the little, like daily things?
Yeah.
People don't realize, you go out and spend your credit card, your debit card.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people think their debit card is a credit card.
No.
A lot of people, some of my clients did, but if you're going out spending that every day to Starbucks or office supplies or something,
Yeah.
you're taking money out of your checking account.
It's cash.
It's cash.
Yeah. You need cash to pay rent.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. You said you don't read, but I know you have one book that you can recommend to our listeners, a personal development or business that would help them get to where they want to be.
Well, I read. I just don't read business-related things. I think it depends on what your business is. If you're passionate about your business, read about your business.
Yeah.
Or a hobby. I do a lot of DIY stuff. I read a lot about that and how to build something. Or when I take a break from accounting.
Yeah, when you get a break.
Yeah, my hobby is to remodel my house.
Okay.
Because that's the stuff I read about. But a lot of people, it's like, if you're passionate about your business, read about your business.
Yeah.
And what other people are doing or how to improve your business.
Yeah.
Do something fun. Read about that.
Yeah. That makes sense. Do what you enjoy.
Yeah, there's a magazine called The Sun.
The Sun?
The Sun.
The Sun, okay.
And it's got a lot of, thought-provoking articles. I've been reading that lately.
So, okay. All right. Well, how can we find more about you and what you do?
My website does chaoticcancellation.com. Has all my services I offer, more about some little things about a bookkeeper versus an accountant versus a CPA. And what's that on it? I have a blog on there that, kind of like
nice.
When I come across something I'm interested in or something related to accounting, I put that on there. It's tied into my Facebook page too.
Okay.
I think.
So you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not on Twitter.
Okay.
How does Twitter personal account, but I never look at it.
Same here. How do you use LinkedIn to better your business? Do you use it at all?
I use it a lot to connect to people that I worked for a long time ago.
Okay.
And the .com.
Yeah.
Some of those guys, we lost track when everything fell apart.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of groups that I belong to.
Yeah.
But I never have time to read that stuff.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll look into them and see what's going on. I have a few job offers that come through there.
Yeah.
I have a lot of job offers that come through there.
Yeah.
I kind of look at it to see, well, if I was in the public sector, what would I be worth?
That makes sense, yeah.
So would I want to go back to a 8-to-5 job? No.
I'll tell you, entrepreneurship, working for yourself, it's a lot more fun.
It is, but when you first start out, people don't realize you're working for yourself. You're going to work all the time.
Yeah.
You're never going to get a break.
Yeah.
That's
true. Yeah.
A few years down the road, when you finally got a good cash flow going, you have people on payroll, then you may be able to take some time off.
Yeah. But not in the first couple of years.
Not in the first couple of years.
Yeah. I'm there right now. Any tips for any young accountants coming up? Anything you want to tell them that to get ready for or watch out for?
Well, if you're going into just accounting and CPA firms, that's a totally different field than bookkeeping. I started out as a bookkeeper, and then I went to school to get my master's. And all the stuff I had learned in the first 20 years of bookkeeping and taking my accounting and my master's, oh, that's why I do that.
Yeah.
So if a new accountant coming in, learn some bookkeeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, learn the basics.
Learn the basics first.
You look at the different software and kind of learn the bookkeeping.
Mm-hmm.
Because learning your accounting theory and, that kind of stuff, it's great, but if you don't know how to apply it.
Yeah. So is bookkeeping the fundamentals to
Yeah.
accounting, pretty much?
I think so. A lot of people probably say no.
Yeah.
Like Hill College teaches a lot of people the bookkeeping basics, but they teach them backwards, I think.
Oh, okay.
A lot of what I used to do is like historical bookkeeping,
Yeah.
which is after the fact.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that. Historical bookkeeping is totally different than current day-to-day.
Yeah.
You're going back and doing someone's like 30 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you're learning bookkeeping, learn your bookkeeping.
Yeah.
If you're doing accounting, it's totally a different field. I think I'm unique because I've gone from bookkeeping to accounting to tax returns.
So yeah, you know the full gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have an IT background too, and a programming background.
So you know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know like this online accounting software. It's like they have steps to do how to do things, but I've learned workarounds.
Yeah.
Because I know the programming of it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, the last and final question. So, if you had a friend come into town and they were starving, where would you take them to get a meal that best represents the Bay Area?
I have no idea.
No? Come on.
No, I don't know where I would take them.
You gotta know somewhere you
local.
like to eat. Yeah, like a local.
I like Chili's.
Chili's?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Chili's is nationwide, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't know. Probably someplace in San Francisco.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I'd probably take them like something unique in San Francisco, like the food carts.
Yeah. Okay. That was
Courts or like creme brulee cart or something.
Yeah.
If you could go find them, but I mean,
stuff.
something that's pretty unique in San Francisco, I guess. But
Yeah.
locally around here,
Yeah. That's true. Well,
where would you take them in Brentwood?
Cabs. You know, it's a local dive spot. It's
Yeah.
it's good food, good people, good times.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for doing the interview. It's always a pleasure speaking with other business owners about what they go through, what they do, and looking forward to getting this out to the listeners and having them glean from it. Thank you.
Yeah.